We're starting out with reacts today. We got a bunch of things to cover. So we're going to go through the minor things first. And the first one is a roadmap roundup. This is I would say this is a small-ish thing. They warned us on the what was it? This Week in Star Citizen that it was not going to be a good roundup or something, that it was just going to be the like the ships and stuff that were added to 323.1 basically, or 323. So yeah, they were kind of warning us that it wasn't going to be very good, but we get a lot more than that. So these are the ships, right? We know about the tractor beam ship, we know about the medevac, we know about the Firebird, right? We've been covering this stuff for weeks, right? And again, if there's anything of note here in regards to this, it's pretty much this for me. How many weeks has it been since we've known about these things, especially the Ursa medevac? I feel like we've been talking about it for 2 weeks. Is it just that Invictus Launch Week just feels so long because it's just sale after sale after sale? Did we know about this when the last roadmap roundup came out? Right? So the idea here, and what I'm trying to get at, is the fact that I think roadmap roundup is like just naturally behind, right? Like, let me know in chat if you feel that as well. Like the updates that they know internally 2 weeks ago are what we get today. Like, they know 2 weeks ahead right now, essentially, right? Is 2 weeks ahead from, like, right now, they know things that we're going to see in the next roadmap, like what's gone through a go, no-go, things like that. I think to make sure that they, don't put anything up there that's going to make people upset, right? So I think that they've done this kind of on purpose. And I consider that a good thing. The result, though, and the reason that I'm bringing it up is the result sometimes happens when a bad thing is happening, right? When a thing has come off the roadmap, it appears like it's delayed, right? So in 2 weeks, we'll know about 323.2. No. You're going to know about it right now. We're getting to it. So, yeah, there's... I just think that we have to look at when certain things happen positively and it's the same result, and something can happen negatively, and not just attribute it to always them being grimy and scummy and things like that, right? They are grimy and scummy in certain situations, right? They do some really weird shit, but I don't think this is one of them. Okay. And then given that we think that they're 2 weeks ahead, behind, this is 2 weeks old, every one of these things is committed for 323.2. So item banks are working, although Jake said that the, what is it? The items recovery, like hey, I bought something on the website. The item recovery is not connected to item banks anymore. Don't know where it's connected to, don't know what it is, but we'll hear more about that not in 323.2, I guess. Freight elevators, obviously. I could only imagine that freight elevators likely weren't as big of a problem. Implementing of systems and content for players physically load and unload cargo from their ships by conveying cargo to and from hangars, landing pads, garages, and docking collars. I wonder what they consider garages. Since they've had so much time, were they able to get vehicles going up and down freight elevators? Maybe. New missions. This is the thing that I am the most, I'm most anticipated for is making use of the freight elevator feature. This mission type will have players hauling large quantities of cargo to earn both UEC and reputation. I asked Elliot on Discord yesterday to please save us with reputation. Please do not do your standard make 3% more from missions. Like that is fine. Like that is fine as a thing, as part of being the rep, right? I don't think anybody has any issue with that. It should totally remain a thing, but you have to add other layers into each reputation thing. It could be, add 3% more money, gain more rep every time you do it, and, reputation rewards in their shops and skins and all sorts of things, right? Rep vendors. Yeah, there's a ton of things that can happen. Do we think that's going to be happening in 323.2? No, because they would be shouting from the rooftops that that's something that we need, right? All I really hope we see, these are my expectations, and I think they're reasonable. The first missions that you do are going to be relatively small, small freight. And then as you build up rep, they're going to give you bigger and bigger and bigger hauls, right? What I don't think they can do right now is create maybe more dangerous missions, right? So that's sort of where I'd like to see it go, is that reputation can, open up and unlock more dangerous missions, better pay, unique cargo, unique experiences. We have seen the one thing that is not on this roadmap that I will be looking out for when this goes into PTU is specifically the cargo types. They've been sneak peeking it a lot. It appears to be in engine at this point, and we'll just have to see. So that's something that reputation can play into as well. So we'll have to see with all that stuff. But in general, the cargo hauling missions are what I'm laser focused on. Freight elevators are cool. The second most important thing probably is personal and instance hangars, creating new tech that creates an instance of the player's hangar to allow for uninterrupted management of cargo. Basically, all this does in the general sense is it makes the small locations like cities and stations kind of work with server meshing. So, for example, if I'm at Hangar 1 messing around in my hangar, hopefully there will be multiple instances of Hangar 1, so more players can interact there. If we do get more players in a system, I think that was always the plan. They talked about that in, I think, 2020, 2021-ish time, that was the intention there for this feature. That was one of the intentions. The other thing that, when the PTU comes out, I have a list of things to check. And the main one is, what's it going to be like when people try to sneak into it, right? Yeah, it's starting out at landing zones, but it's going to be, well, no, actually, instance hangars are at every location. Your personal hangar is only at the landing zone. So it's not just at landing zones. And then at the bottom, again, sneak peeked, I guess. We'll bring it up right now, actually, instead. We'll go to the comm link. And we'll go to This Week in Star Citizen, because this is roadmap related too. Hello? The sale is over. Why is the page not working? There we go. On Wednesday, the latest roadmap update alongside the accompanying roadmap post. To set some expectations, this week's update will simply be adding our latest vehicle releases and updating features that were launched since the last update. So again, they set the expectations lower than what we got. The team is focused on gathering the remaining pieces so we can update the progress tracker soon. So everyone who's like, it's been 6 months, where's the progress tracker thing? We'll see. I don't know what soon means in this situation, but I feel like they should just stop saying things like this because it's starting to piss people off. I don't know. So yeah, it's been a bit goofy. I'll just say that. So that was the roadmap update. Again, super excited for cargo. So we'll have to see. And as soon as that patch comes out, I will be glued to this desk figuring out everything about it. I said for me, 323 was when cargo comes out. I mean it. I mean it. I'm going to be playing a lot of that. No matter how fun or bad it is, I want to learn it, and I want to give as much feedback on it because it's what I care about, right? It's a big thing for me. And before 323.2 cargo duping, probably, but we'll see. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. Hopefully Evo today. We'll see. We'll see. We're still going through the unfortunate PTU of the .1a patch, so who knows at this point? Who knows?